Hi guys, I'm Woodcraft Hamster and I wanted to show you a little trick today that I use for setting up my tarp ridge lines. Now this is a bundle of paracord. It's fairly self-explanatory. It's got one of my little carabiners on there, and this particular method of coiling and then wrapping up this paracord is what I class as a quick deploy setup. And basically what it means is that the way I've wrapped this, and I've got this little loop sticking out the top with the carabiner, I can put this round a tree and clip it on and then pull this and it will all completely unravel as I'm pulling it. There's no messing around with knots, there's no trying to untangle it and things like that, and then it's pretty simple to then put away again afterwards. Now there's a couple of trees behind me. I don't need a tarp today, I'm not going to set one up, but what I did want to show you was how I will deploy this, and then a little bit backwards what I'll also do is show you how I wrap it back together again afterwards. So give me a second to move the camera out and I'll show you what it is I'm doing. Right then guys, so as I said, this is really simple. Here is my little paracord bundle, here is my carabiner, and I'm just going to throw this around the tree and clip it on. And that's normally how I would secure one end of my paracord. Then by holding on to this, especially the bit in the middle, sorry for the jerkiness, I'm going to carry you along with me. Let me just move my screen so I can see what I'm doing. So this is all wrapped in such a way that if I pull it, the paracord just comes free, and I can walk this as far or as short as I need to. Let's see how far I can actually go. Keep going. Paracord's a bit longer than I thought it was, but never mind. Oh, camera's getting caught, hold on. And basically what I'm left with at the end is this. Now that was the simple part. Let me just retrace my steps and I will show you how it is we will wrap this back up. So where are we? There we are. So I'm going to unclip this. Now obviously on the other end what I would normally do, move this camera up, what I would normally do would get some tension on this, get my tarp over there, connect it out, etc. I don't need to do that today, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to leave a little bit sticking out the end, I'm just going to start wrapping this paracord around my hand. So there we go, I've now got a big bundle of paracord wrapped around my hand, and it's important that you wrap it in this manner, that you just kind of go round in a loop over and over and over again. And then what you can do is gently take it off your hand, trying not to disturb it too much, and just sort of squish it together. And then you're going to take your leading end, sorry not the leading end, your tail end, and just start wrapping that round the bundle, like, where are we? Make sure you can see, like this. Keep it nice and tight, tight as you can make it, and just wrap it round. Every now and again you can kind of get a good hold and give it a good pull, and just keep wrapping. And what this will do is this will hold everything together for you as well. And when you get towards the end, I've got a little knot in here which I will quickly take out. Come on, there you come. There we go. Right, so when you get right towards the end, I normally take a finger, let my string or my paracord loop around my finger, and if I just get this close up to the camera, so I've made a little loop in there, and just tuck the tail end under that and pull it really tight. That is now a perfectly held together bundle. You can throw this in a pack, you can put it in your pocket. There's very little chance of this coming loose. You know that this is, I mean, alright, it's got a carabiner on it, but if it didn't have a carabiner, sorry about the planes guys, if it didn't have the carabiner on there, you know, you would just have that little bit of loose flex at the end, knowing that that's what you take hold of and that's what you'd pull apart. Right then guys, so that is my quick deploy paracord method. I find it really useful, and I think like a lot of people, I just used to keep a bundle of paracord in my pack, and I would spend 10-15 minutes uncoiling it, unknotting it, and it was just really starting to annoy me. This is probably about 6 meters worth of paracord. I've got 2 tarps I use regularly. One of them is 2.5 meters long. One of them is 3 meters long, so it's plenty enough for me, and it gives me enough options that if there's a couple of trees a bit further apart than I'd ideally want them to be, I've still got the cordage to make it reach, and I can tuck my paracord up to my tarp up to one end if I want to, or I can have it right in the middle if I want to be a bit more open. So it just gives me more options. So again, if you are getting yourself some cordage ready for using with a tarp, I would always suggest make sure you go with more than you think you need, and then even if you don't need it all and you come up to something where you need a bit of extra paracord for something else, you can always cut a little piece off the end. Ideally I tend to carry spare cord with me as well for that kind of thing, but in a real pinch, if you really needed it for something, you've got it there spare, and you can just leave the end of it trailing off, or you can give it a quick wrap in the same method and have it hanging there next to your tarp. So I hope it was useful guys. Hope it's something that maybe you find useful and that you can use. Comments and questions in the box below. Hit like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope you'll all join me next time. Cheers guys.